Welcome to Mlc Tv News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Fatima Yakub. The headlines: President Buhari finally departs for London. VP to take charge of governance. KOGI government presents staff of office to new ATTAH IGALA, other 104 traditional rulers. Catholic bishop says competence should determine Buhari's successor. And Saudi Arabia lifts travel ban on Nigeria, 16 others. Now, the news in detail. President Muhammadu Buhari has said that Vice President Mlc will be in charge of governance in the country as he departed for London on Sunday. The president disclosed this while speaking to State House correspondents shortly before his trip to the UK for a medical checkup. Buhari said Osibanjo would be assisted by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, Boss Mustafa, and the Chief of Staff. As of the time of filing this report, there was no indication. The president sent a letter to the Senate indicating the transfer of power to VP in his absence in the country, which is the constitutional thing to do. The president said his absence from the country would not affect the running of the government. He said, "Well, I cannot claim to be doing the work alone. The government is fully represented. The vice president is there constitutionally when I am away, he is in charge, and the secretary to the government and the chief of staff, so no problem." The president had initially planned to leave Kenya directly for London after attending a UNEP program, but made an abrupt return to the country before eventually departing Abuja for London on Sunday. KOGI State Governor Yahaya Bello has presented staff of office to the new 28 ATTAH IGALA, His Royal Majesty Matthew Alajo Paulua Oguchiapa. The governor said the appointment of the new traditional rulers is a clear departure from the past where such appointments are greeted with violence and destruction of properties. He made the comments during the presentation of staff of office to the IGALA monarch in Ida.
The occasion attracted dignitaries within home and abroad. Amongst dignitaries are former KOGI state governors Ibrahim Idris and Wada Idris, with other top politicians, political office holders of both past and present. The arena was decorated with the beauty of IGALA tradition, spiced with cultural displays. KOGI State Governor Yahaya Bello urged the just installed to lead and embrace others in love and unity, charged him not to politicize or intimidate people using his office.
There were other contestants to this throne, and I admire the courage of those co-contestants who aspire to serve their people. Their spirit of sportsmanship in accepting the attack after the contest ended is commendable. I am also urging ATTAH IGALA to extend its hands of fellowship to them and to all IGALA sons and daughters, friends and well-wishers, for it is the only way to rapidly move IGALA land forward.
Governor Bello noted that the era of imposition of traditional rulers ended when he came to power in 2016.
History is indeed a silent witness to human progress. Conflicts are not in the interest of any state or community. It is only when His Royal Majesty is allowed to reign in peace that he will be able to partner with this government and the future ones for the progress of this kingdom and indeed the whole of KOGI State.
Before the presentation of the certificates and staff of office, the Commissioner for the Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Barrister Salami Ozigi, said the new ATTAH's appointment was done in accordance with the rule of law and traditional history of the land.
It is quite expected that you will use the privilege God has given to you to advance the cause of peace, unity, and integration of the people of IGALA Kingdom and the entire KOGI State. And in order to emulate the unique leadership quality of our amiable governor, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, by deploying the principle of fairness, equity, and love for the people.
Traditional rulers within and outside Kogi State were present. Amongst are the Sultan of Sokoto, Esunupe from Niger. Other monarchs are from Benue and Taraba State, including the Royal Majesty Olu of Warri, Ogame Atuwase, who congratulated the new ATTAH and encouraged him to keep the unity that has bounded the people this far.
Being the chairman of Council of Chiefs, my advice to him is to unite and bring everybody together.
You always have to have God with you. You keep God close. Keep your ears open to what your people are saying, to what your advisors are saying, and be gracious, be humble, be approachable. And I'm sure that God has bestowed upon him these gifts, these traits that would encourage him to enable him to succeed in his role.
The IGALA local government chairman, president, IGALA Cultural Development Association, other sons and daughters of the land commented.
I sincerely that the new ATTAH will lead the people of our land according to our tradition and customs with the fear of God.
His Royal Majesty, the ATTAH of IGALA, come on board. I'm appealing to our people to cooperate with him, because when there is peace and unity, development will naturally come.
Major charge is for the new ATTAH to quickly settle down and unite the entire IGALA people, both home and in the diaspora.
At a time of immense challenges and even threats to our collective existence as a people and a kingdom, the impressive track record of your leadership and managerial skills, as well as your ability to focus and deliver envisioned results, put us in a position for huge advancements. There is no doubt the kingdom will experience uncommon progress and development.
It's a challenging moment, and therefore we want you to use this opportunity to unite all members of the ruling houses and the entire IGALA nation worldwide for the interest of progress of the land.
In his acceptance and commendation after the oath taking, the new ATTAH IGALA, His Royal Majesty Matthew Opoluwa and the President, Kogi State Traditional Council of Chiefs, promised to lead the IGALA nation with the fear of God, honesty and integrity. He, however, sued for peace in IGALA land, while also constituting a 12-man advisory council for the development of the IGALA nation.
All forms of derogatory application like Akboto, ATTAH, IGALA Ijogba, and the likes must disappear from our lexicon to only IGALA. In the light of above, and in consultation with my traditional rulers, royal councillors, elders council, and steering committee, I have decided to constitute the following standing committees to help to engineer and fast-track the rapid development of IGALA land. With 12-man elders advisory council, education, agriculture, health, trade and investment, mineral resources and environmental management, youth and sports, art and culture, women empowerment, orphans and needies, and finally, tourism.
The new ATTAH IGALA, Matthew Opoluwa, who is the 28th ATTAH IGALA, takes over from His Royal Majesty Ame Oboni, who journeyed to his ancestral home on 27th August 2020. Sharifat Mohammed reporting for Mlc Tv.
Mammoth crowd gathered on the reconstructed town stadium named Muhammad Buhari Square to celebrate 104 traditional rulers graded and upgraded with the representation of staff of office. The Kogi State Governor said he is satisfied with the roles of the traditional institution to the success of his effort in ensuring security, peace, unity and development in the state. He advocates for the deliberate inclusion of traditional rulers in the process of governance in the country. Governor Bello made the call during the event held in Lokoja, the state capital.
Governor Bello was joined with traditional rulers from within and outside the state, including top government functionaries. Described the ceremony as another history made. Governor Bello calls for the inclusion of traditional institutions to be amongst the tier of promoting good governance in Nigeria. He said the move would help to enhance the search for national peace, unity, security, and development.
I have always advocated, and I will continue to advocate, that in this country, if we really want to have peace and tranquility, safety and development, we must be able to consciously and deliberately include our traditional rulers in our programs and policies. We should be able to recognize them even as the fourth tier of government. And I will continue to send that message abroad, even to the National Assembly.
According to Governor Bello, the traditional rulers, by virtue of their positions, are closer to their people and will perform better when given defined statutory roles to perform in the society. While reiterating his administration's commitment to safeguarding the lives and property of citizens, Governor Bello appealed for more cooperation and support from the monarchs in the pursuit for peace and security in their domains.
But I wouldn't have been able to succeed to curb crime and criminality in the state without the cooperation, understanding, and the value of all of our traditional rulers, from the class to the class, even to the upgraded ones. Therefore, I use this opportunity once again to appreciate all of you for your support, for your understanding, for your prayers.
He emphasized that KOGI remains the safest and most secure state in the country, saying it is fast becoming a model for others on effective strategies of ensuring unity in diversity. Sultan of Sokoto and President General, Nigeria's Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Alhaji Sa'ad Abubakar, represented by the Esunupe Alhaji Aya Abubakar, commended efforts by Governor Bello in strengthening the bond of unity among his people, urged traditional rulers to uphold and improve on the already existing peace in the state.
Therefore, the newly upgraded warehouses, this is another example, another gesture by the government telling you that you need to do more to the position you are in. We all know in history, our presidential institution stand the best in terms of administration, in terms of knowing people, in terms of understanding people, in terms of knowing what they're supposed to do at what time. So more is expected for you, the newly upgraded traditional rulers. We pray Almighty Allah to guide you, give you the strength and whatever.
Obaro of Kaba, Oba Solomon Owoni, used the occasion to commend Governor Bello for giving the Old Town Stadium a facelift, request for the same to be replicated in Kaba Town.
We are in love with this structure, we are in love with this building. I have a place like this in Kaba Stadium. So, as you have upgraded some chiefs from my domain, please, Your Excellency, I want you to upgrade the Kaba Stadium.
Earlier, KOGI State Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Barrister Salami Ozigi, urged the traditional rulers to abide by the values and customs of their people. He charged them on the need to sustain their support to the state government in its determination to govern more effectively, especially in improving the gains already achieved in security, peace, and development in the state, warning that they will be held liable for any breach of peace in their communities.
Permit me, Your Excellency, Your Royal Highnesses, ladies and gentlemen, to seize the opportunity this occasion has offered me to appeal to all and sundry, particularly our royal fathers, to ensure peace and tranquility in the various communities, and also ensure that due process and the rule of law prevail in discharging your official duties.
Presentation of staffs of office was conducted in an orderly manner, first to 31st first class, followed by 30 second class, as well as 43 third class traditional rulers from the 21 local government areas of the state. Various groups were on ground to honor their own from all angles, dancing and singing melodious songs to praise and to thank God for making the day a reality. Sharifat Mohammed reporting for MLC TV.
Arrangements have been concluded for the launch of a book titled Rescuing the Lost Glory of Ebira in Abuja. The launch, which is scheduled for March 24, 2022, will take place in Kwali Town Hall by 10 a.m. prompt. While several dignitaries are expected to grace the book launch, Danladi B. Chia would chair the event. The special guest of honor will be the KOGI State Governor, Yahya Bello, while the Minister of State, FCT, Dr. Ramatu Tijani, would be Mother of the Day. Other dignitaries expected at the book launch include Joseph Asuku Bello and Ahmed Tijani, both member of the House of Representatives, among other dignitaries. As part of efforts to ensure effective service delivery at the Economic Community for West African State Commission, the European Union and Foreign Aid Agency of the German government, DOST, Gesellschaft für International Zusammenarbeit, handed over IT equipment to the Commission. The EU and GIZ donated the equipment to the Commission in Abuja at the official launch of the EU-funded international support to ECOWAS program, which is aimed at enhancing the effectiveness, efficiency, and impact of the EU aid in West Africa. The equipment would help the Commission meet international best practice standards in order to assess financial and other support from the EU and other world donor agencies and foreign governments. The head of cooperation of the EU delegation to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Cecil Tassin Pelzer, said that the program was developed to train internal personnel who will in turn train staff of the Commission. She explained that the internal trainers will support in conducting regular training for all the new staff of ECOWAS institution. She said this is a 4.85 million euro program, also co-funded by the German Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development and implemented by the GIZ. Also speaking at the event, the head of Component Institution Support for ECOWAS, Natalie Baer, said for several years, Germany has been supporting ECOWAS and strengthening their strategic management competencies and their preparation for the EU pillar assessment. She said these two areas of support go hand in hand and offer a great deal of potential for synergies. The pillar assessment is very deep and thorough evaluation of the internal processes of the organization. It looks at all aspects of the inner workings and processes within an organization and allows it to better implement its objectives. She noted that the pillar-assessed ECOWAS Commission would achieve two major objectives. First, it will allow the Commission to independently implement funds from the European Union. It will thus increase both the independence but also its potential impact with more funding available to be used for its program. Second, it will improve that the internal processes of the Commission are compliant with international standards of, among other things, internal control, accounting and auditing processes, as well as data protection. Through that, the ECOWAS Commission could demonstrate once again to all its beneficiaries and stakeholders that is a progressive and forward-looking organization that has dedicated itself to excellence in all aspects of its operation. We go on a short break. We'll be right back. Every country has its peculiar system of government. In Nigeria, we practice democracy, and this is applicable in some countries across the globe, including the United States of America. What is democracy? It is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. In the political arena, we are ready to x-ray how we play politics in Nigeria and other countries. The challenge of power shift syndrome, how it has impacted or affected the people. How can we make it better for all? Join Fatima Yakub on Mlc TV online every Saturday by 9 p.m. to discuss and examine all about the politics and the power that be.
Mr. President, I was once there as an opposition senator. There was never a time that we called the president at that time, who was a PDP president, an insult, because this is our institution. And if we don't conduct ourselves with dignity and respect, nobody will respect us.
The heads of security in Nigeria made several different explanations for killings of our citizens.
The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I hereby forward for the confirmation by the Senate the appointment of the underlisted nominees as National Commissioners and Resident Electoral Commissioner for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
To watch us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mlc TV. Like our Facebook page, Mlc TV, and follow us on our Instagram, Mlc TV 2021. We are here to inform, educate, and to criticize constructively. Don't miss it. back. On politics, a presidential aspirant, Kingsley Moghalu, met with the former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor ATTAH Jega, over the Third Force movement. Report had it that Jega and the foremost political ignomist, Professor Pat Utomi, among others, had in October last year unveiled a non-partisan coalition under the aegis of the National Consultative Front. The forum was said to have been designed to galvanize support for legislation for the electronic transfer of election results. As gathered, the forum, which may later transform into a political party, would challenge the country's dominant parties, the All Progressives Congress and People's Democratic Party. Meanwhile, Moghalu, who is the former Central Bank of Nigeria's deputy governor, had declared his intention to contest 2023 presidential election under the African Democratic Congress platform. But giving a snippet of their meeting on the Twitter handle, Moghalu noted that he and the former INEC boss had a frank discussion on the need for a viral third force movement. He tweeted, "With my friend Professor ATTAH Jega earlier this evening at his home in Abuja, we had a full and frank discussion about how a progressive political force can salvage our country and keep the barbarians at the gates or evict them from the living room." Meanwhile, Jega had last week, Wednesday, said that Nigeria is in the process of total collapse. He also described the 2023 general elections as critical for Nigeria's unity. The Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria on Sunday said competence should be the main focus of citizens as they go to polls to choose a new president for the nation in 2023. The organization also called on Nigerians to resist the temptation of falling into a divisive political campaign ahead of next year's general election. The president of CBCN, Archbishop Augustine Akubeze, said this in his speech during the opening of the organization's first plenary in 2022 held in Abuja. Akubeze said, "We cannot run away from the fact that very often people get the kind of government they deserve. Yes, this is true. The numbers of Nigerians who vote are very few." The Catholic Archbishop of Abuja Diocese, Ignatius K. Gama, regretted that Nigerian leaders were not ready to die for the masses. He said, "We are yet to find leaders who are prepared to die for our nation, as in the case of the late president of Chad, Idris Deby, who died leading his people in battle, or recently, like the president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, who is courageously leading his people and shortly defending the territorial integrity of his nation by an invading hostile power. Please pray for Ukraine as requested by the Holy Father." A former Attorney General of Federation and Minister of Justice, Kanu Agabi, outlined measures that should be put in place, including stopping the appointment of wrong people in positions, strict enforcement of law, and examining the structure of the state to make the country better. They said, "We must stop appointing unqualified people into high offices. There is urgent need to examine the structure of the state as presently constituted. They are easily open to manipulation and exploitation by one man, particularly since all executive power is vested in one man under the Constitution." And on foreign scene, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia announced the lift of suspension of direct flights from 17 countries, including Nigeria. Other affected countries are South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Eswatini, Mozambique, Malawi, Mauritius, Zambia, Madagascar, Angola, Seychelles, United Republic of Comoros, Ethiopia, and Afghanistan. Also, the Saudi government scrapped major COVID-19 restrictions except wearing the mask in two holy mosques in Mecca and Medina, as well as other places of worship in the kingdom. The directive issued by Saudi Arabia Ministry of Interior and confirmed by Saudi Embassy in Nigeria became effective from March 5, 2022. According to the new policy, citizens visiting the kingdom will no longer require to undergo mandatory COVID-19 quarantine or present PCR test result upon arrival in the Holy Land. However, the new directive compels all new travelers to Saudi Arabia to secure an insurance that covers the cost of treatment from coronavirus infection. Also, the kingdom expressed commitment to complete the implementation of the National Plan on Immunization, which would enable, among other principles, administration of booster dose of COVID-19 vaccine and applying procedures to verify health status of pilgrims at the point of entry in a facility, including event centers, airports, and public transportation. The ministry declares that the new measures will be subjected to continuous evaluation by the health authorities and in line with the country's epidemiological situation. 15 soldiers died on Sunday in an Islamic State group attack on an army base in the central Syria desert, a war monitor said. State news agency SANA had reported 13 dead, including officers, and 18 wounded. ISIL attacked a military base in Palmyra Desert, killing 15 soldiers and wounding 18 others, the British-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said the death toll could rise as most of the soldiers were seriously wounded, said the observatory, which relies on a network of sources across the country. IS did not immediately claim responsibility for the attack. The observatory said 61 pro-regime soldiers and Iran-affiliated militiamen had been killed in an IS attack in the desert of Syria since the start of the year. Despite the fall of IS Caliphate in 2019, the group continued to launch deadly attacks from hideouts in the Syrian desert, which extends from the outskirts of the capital Damascus to the Iraqi border. IS leader Abu Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Quraishi blew himself up in early February during a raid by U.S. forces on his house in Syria's northwest region of Idlib, Syria's last major opposition bastion. About 500,000 people have died and millions have been displaced since Syrian conflict erupted in 2011. After nationwide protests against the government were met with a brutal crackdown, it escalated into a devastating war that drew in regional and international powers. And on sport, 4 athletes were awarded gold cards for emerging the most valuable athletes at ND Western Making of Champions trials, which took place at the Uniben Sport Complex in Benin City, Edo State, at the weekend. The main recipients of the awards are Wilfred Awonusi and Oyetombra Ebido, while their female counterparts are Victoria Lani and Glory Aibwedefe. Also, 12 athletes got silver cards, Most Promising Athlete Award from MOC's Track Club's head coach and Olympic medalist Deji Aliu. The male recipients are Victor Gariga and Emmanuel Jason, Tamuno Tony Abagwo, Okon Sunday, Ombo Wisdom, and Opola Ifedayo, while the female recipients are Chika Bakunye, Faith Osamoyi, Ewogu Eyo, Esther Merrick, Glory Osarenkuri, and Nse Kufanan. Top 3 finishers in each of the events were also presented medals and goodie bags for their efforts, and the Western Oil and Gas Corporate Communications Executive Sayo Jimmy Oluseye said that the desire of the company is to assist the MOC in discovering talents. Over to Matthias Ayodeji Peter for entertainment news.
On our entertainment news, pop star Davido had boasted before mounting the stage to thrill the large audience that turned up for a sold-out show yesterday night that he wasn't only going to shut down London, but also it will make history. And true to his claims, he has made history as the popular O2 Arena in London was renamed after the Nigerian pop singer for one night. Announcing this historic moment via a notice placed on the board, the organizers of the show said it was in celebration of the return of the Aye Krona to London. It was last in London about 3 years ago. To celebrate the return of Davido back in London with his champion sound for one night only, the O2 will become the Davido 2, read the notice. Meanwhile, Davido stormed the event venue in the company of many Nigerian celebrities and musicians, including Eniola Badmus, Cubana Chief Priest, Adekunle Gold, his daughters, amongst others. Davido thrilled the over 20,000 guests at the show, performing All My Ego Na For You duet with Tenny the Entertainer. He also performed alongside Mayor Cole and Zlatan. The crowd went crazy when CK came on stage to perform his hit song Love Wantinti. For those that graced the event, it was one show held at the O2 Arena that will not be forgotten in a hurry. The DMW boss shared a post on his Instagram after the show appreciating fans who attended the Saturday night concert at the O2 Arena in London. The Jowo Crooner stated that he'd post videos of the event all through the week. In the caption, Davido also hinted at a music tour as he promised to share the date soon. The singer said, "Success occurs when your dreams get bigger than excuses. Full bold, sold out. I'm posting videos all week, electrifying. Thank you, London, and everyone that came out to rock with us. Tour dates on the way." The singer had earlier announced that he sold out all the tickets for the show, an indication that the 20,000 capacity arena was fully occupied by fans. This was a second-time achievement for the singer, who also sold out the O2 Arena during his January 2019 concert. And that is all on entertainment news today. My name is Matthias Adeji Peter, reporting for Mlc TV. Back to our caster for more stories.
Thank you, Matthias, for the updates. And that's all we have for you today. Join us tomorrow evening via our YouTube channel, Mlc TV, to watch our news hour. You could also like and follow us through our Facebook page, Mlc TV, Instagram, Mlc TV 2021, and Twitter at Mlc TV1. For your event coverage, feedback, comments, and contributions, call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. And don't forget our special programs designed to educate, inform, entertain, and reform. The programs are Family Affairs, Saturday by 7 p.m., Political Arena, Saturday 9 p.m., and Local Government and You, Friday 9 p.m. Remember, our news is from Mondays to Fridays. We are Mlc TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Fatima Yakub. And do not forget to be nice to your neighbor to build a happy society together. Have a fruitful week.